Onyx went racing, as you can see. Everything we just fixed a couple of weeks ago pretty much needs to be fixed again. The hood, the nose are foobar. Even the front of the cockpit here, kind of foobar. We've got wrecked a wheel and tire. He's starting to collect quite a stack out there. That's all from this car to this point. Lower control arm is foobar. Upper control arm is foobar. Shock we don't know about. Left tie rod's foobar. Center link is foobar. We got something going on over here. So here we go. So I don't know what happened. I wasn't able to actually be up there that night. Dad took him up north to Norman County Raceway up in Ada. Ooh, something's messed up in there. Most likely the rotor is also foobar. Sounds like, from what I'm told, it was none of his fault at all. Man, what is going on there? I see. Rotor's foobar. Half? Because we have one somewhere. Go to LinkedIn or search Mary. So you need a needle nose because I use real small pins on there because that's what I had. Yeah. There are pins from the go-kart weights.
What should I do with this?
Is it good? You can chuck it in that magnetic tray on that stand. Oh, she's foobar.
Okay, I got all these loosened. I'm gonna bend some tin.
Well, the good news is I'm pretty sure that this piece is fine. We saved something. Is your hood bent?
No, not too bad.
Now that thing was brand new this year.
Should I drill those out and then flip it upside down and at least attempt flattening this and then have to make new ones there?
Yeah. Okay. Tear it apart and see what we can do. Don't scratch it. It looks like we most likely won't be racing tonight anyway. We got an option for an hour south of here to go on the Rebel Midwest Mod Tour. That's our first choice. Looks like they're gonna get a lot more rain than we are. Or we can go 15 miles north. And I'm thinking they're getting the same stuff we are. I sent the boys off to make some pizza. We're pretty well tore apart. It's worse than I thought. We're definitely not going to be racing tonight. Everything's canceled around here anyway, so we've got several days to get this fixed. And we will. We've got the parts on hand to do it. They're all in the trailer, but I don't like running out of parts, so we're going to order everything and have the spares anyway. So there's our list. That's the lunch list. That's what we need for the car. There we go.
We should get one of those clear visors. Why did I say visor? I don't know.
Hot. I ate the whole pizza, Anna. I ate the whole thing. Nothing? You don't care at all. We're getting there. Things are going back together now. We got this whole area up here a little bit less dickered. Putting things back together. There, got most of the front end parts and pieces together other than shocks. We're waiting on those. Spindle ended up not being bent. From what I can tell, when I drop a checker in here, this is straight. I think the spindle arm is straight. I should probably have this rotor turned down, but I ground the high spots off. I don't know. That's why I haven't put the nut on there yet. So it's not completely finished. But you know, it's a lot closer than it used to was. Oh, hey, Slap.
Oh, hey.
I got you on camera. It's true, sometimes we make Derek work on the car. He complains about it the whole time. We also have this issue going on back here. I don't know if the camera picks it up or not, but you can kind of see the angle to that rear bumper. We're gonna need a little bit of fixing up right in that area there. The kid is hard on stuff. Just making sure everything's running fine after he had to go through the carburetor. Doesn't seem to have any mess. Everything sounds pretty good. Just wanted to make sure after a wreck like that everything seems okay with that. She good. All right, it's been a few days. I've just kind of left this camera in this to kind of give you guys an idea of what we're doing in the shop. Let me know if you like this style of video a little bit more or not, if you got any questions. We're planning on racing this thing tonight. We're not running, they're not running. I-94 is not running mods tonight. They're supposed to have the World of Outlaw late models there. But there's a reasonable chance of rain, like 50 to 70% most of the day. So far it's just kind of like gloomy and decent, but it is dark to the west. I know there is rain to the south and to the west. Nonetheless, we got to fix this thing anyway, so I'm going to work here while Dad and Jim work on farm stuff. They're just hauling corn, so it isn't like it's real difficult work, but it's more productive for the farm than what I'm doing here. Don't screw it up now, Onyx. It's a brand new nose. I worked really hard on that. Actually, I did it fairly quick and I was irritated because it wasn't lining up that correctly. What do you got, Rhiannon? Oh, look at those. All right, what are the names now? What's this one? Clifford?
Yeah, that's Nosy.
That's Nosy?
Yep.
Okay.
That one's Fibbert. That one's George.
How do you keep those two apart? Set and caster camber toe out. All the front end settings. Getting that close. We want on the left front. You got it, I don't remember.
I think it's 9, isn't it?
For caster? No, that'd be too high for caster. 6.
That was close.
We were close. She's loaded up and in the box. Try to ignore this little corner back here that we didn't end up getting to. We're just gonna pretend that still doesn't exist. I heard you curse. What's going on up there?
We forgot about the oil filter and them dents in it.
Oh. Well, you know. What do you think, Anna? Just in time for it to start raining a little bit. But the track is about an hour north, mostly north. Hopefully, it's not doing this there. Another hitchhiker. All right, you know how it works.
Brought essentials.
Oh, well then you're good. Well, there's where we're supposed to be turning in if they hadn't rained out the second we got here. Well, they have an Applebee's, right?
They do. But there's also Wings in Lowry.
Oh, it is wing night. We better go to wing night.
Yeah.
Onyx, congratulations. You didn't tear up the front end of the car again.
Wow.
I'm kind of pumped about that. Well, that was fun. Well, since you didn't get to see any racing yet in this video, I've decided to blend an old video in here just to get you your racing fix. So this is a video from River City Speedway in Grand Forks, North Dakota, actually from the fall of 2022, the John Seitz Memorial Race. So here, just enjoy it. And yeah, sometimes that's how slow we've been with this channel. I apologize for that, but enjoy it anyway. Aaron, that is the second cooler you've packed in the last few minutes. Are we gonna have enough beer?
I'm planning on being really thirsty.
Well, I hope you are too. And I hope it's because we're celebrating something.
Yes.
All right, Today is Thursday. We are headed for 3 nights in Grand Forks, North Dakota. We've got a little bit of finishing touches to do here to the mod. Got to hook up some fuel lines. We're going to head over and wash it. When we get there, we're going to throw on some new graphics on these doors and put the doors on because the old ones were getting a little bit ratty. Quite ratty, actually. So ratty that we decided not to take them to Grand Forks, which is a place where doors get ratty. So I don't expect those ones to look like that by the end of the weekend, but you know, hopefully. I forgot the GoPro on the back of the car when we loaded it, so we didn't get any video of coming up here, but we're here now. We gotta throw some graphics on the door. Get that on and ready to go. They're out running hot laps now. We'll be ready to race. It's Corey, everybody.
We're just busy trying to put a new right side on. We waited till we get to the track because we work best under pressure.
Standard deal for the 6X. No wrinkles, Corey. All right, just like our car at Bristol. Wrinkle free.
That's gonna be there.
That little guy?
That's manufacturer.
Oh, that's right. That is a
Manufacturer defect.
we're gonna blame the graphics guy who was out running hot laps right now. We'll point it out to him all weekend.
Oh yeah.
Car's almost trading paint right off the bat coming out of turn 2. Look at this as they exit turn number 4. Your leader in that 81 is Jordan Duray, followed by Zach Johnson and Matt Auckland. Duray now starting to get a little bit of breathing room there as they exit turn number 4. And of course, as soon as I say that, I shouldn't have, because there's that 6X of Zach Johnson. Johnson now trying to slide underneath Duray. Can't make it stick this time. And now he dives down to the bottom. Zach Johnson with a great run coming out of 4. And we've got a new leader. Johnson, Duray, and Gilbertson, now your top 3. Zach Johnson out of Lowry, Minnesota. He's your leader, followed by Jordan Duray, Matt Gilbertson, Ward Emery, Randy Klein, Caden Schmeling, Preston Carr, Tony Casey, and Matt Auckland. 3 to go for Johnson, and that 6S is now he's starting to pull away from the rest of the pack there. See Gilbertson trying to get a little bit higher every lap, just trying to find a little something, see if he can't reel in Zach Johnson. 2 laps to go. That'll be the white flag this time by. Here comes the 6X. Beautiful black car. He's your leader. That's Zach Johnson. 1 to go. And race fans, you're a winner. Out of Lowry, Minnesota in the 6X, it's Zach Johnson.
But we went from 3rd to 1st in the heat. Had a really good lap time, so the car is fast. We're looking good, but obviously the track is going to change a lot. I don't know if we'll change anything or not, but we got way too much stagger, so we dumped all the air out of that tire. We're going to try and shrink it a little bit. Hopefully it slicks off a little, which it will. And I don't know if it's a recar or if it's straight up by passing points. If it's straight up, I suppose maybe, I'm just going to guess we'll be on third row, maybe. Well, maybe we draw. I don't know. I didn't pay enough attention in the pit meeting. Sorry, Chris. We're starting 3rd, Aaron.
I like starting 3rd.
I like it too.
3rd, 4th, and 5th, my favorite places to start.
Mine too. We got that doggone 1 TPO right in front of us on the pole. At this place.
Yeah. But we're better than him. We can get him.
I think so.
We can take him.
He's kind of a pansy.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
It's our turn.
It is our turn.
He's had enough turns at it.
He has. It's ours. I agree.
Here we go, green flag. Tyler Peterson in the 33 with a great lead. For a great start. Aaron Blacklands in that 5VA on the high side. On the bottom, here comes Zach Johnson in the 6X. Tyler Peterson been strong in the A-mods for a couple of years now. The old Harry Gantz Gold Bandit throwback car. I love that color scheme and that whole design of that race car. Big Harry Gant fan myself back in the day. And he's going to lead with 23 to go. Tyler Peterson and Zach Johnson now battling it out for the lead with Aaron Blacklance in third. So it's Peterson, Johnson, Blacklance, Ward, and Greer. That's your top five, followed by Gerke, Stearns, Gilbertson, Gross, and Delane. And now Zach Johnson to that 6X. Man, he was all over the rear end of Tyler Peterson going into turns number 1 and 2. Peterson going to slide up high, try to slow down the momentum of Johnson just a little bit. Now Johnson dives down to the bottom side. Johnson almost had Peterson that time by, but not enough. Still down to the bottom, and we have got a new leader, and it's Zach Johnson in the 6X. Johnson now with a slide job. He'll get in front of Peterson. Peterson back to second, and now Peterson goes down to the bottom side. Tyler Peterson in that 1 TPO 33. Still not quite enough to get by Zach Johnson. Johnson had him by about a bumper. Peterson down to the bottom side once again. Can he make it work this time? He's going to slide up just a little bit. No, Johnson still with the momentum and 17 laps remaining. 17 to go. And now the front two cars starting to gather a little bit of distance between them in third place. Johnson, Peterson, and Blacklance. Got a caution on the racetrack. Yellow flag on the racetrack. And I don't know if somebody slid off of turn number 4. Looks like that's American Egg Network flag stand. We'll see the green flag wave. Here we go. They hit the orange cone. It's time to go back to green flag. Johnson down low, Peterson on the high side. Blacklance going to follow Johnson down to the bottom. Now Blacklance kind of scoots up just a little bit towards the middle of the track. Johnson with a momentum on the high side. Now he's going to dive down to the bottom and try to get in front of Tyler Peterson. Oh, and Peterson with a slick move down to the bottom. I don't know if Johnson ran into a problem there, but Peterson just vaults out to the front. Tyler Peterson is your leader with 14 laps to go. Peterson. Now Ryan Gerke in second. Zach Johnson now dropping back to third. Watching Tyler Peterson pull away from the field like he has been doing a good majority of this year. The 1 TPO 33 car of Tyler Peterson is hooked up. This time by, there'll be 12 laps remaining. 12 to go. Johnson holding on to second. Gerke now in third. Gerke goes up to the high side trying to get around Johnson. That wasn't the right way. Let's see if it works in turns 3 and 4. Johnson going to hold on to second down to the bottom. It's Peterson, Johnson, Gerke, Stearns, and Ward, your top 5. Down to 10 laps now. Your leader, Tyler Peterson. Peterson out of Hickson, North Dakota. And now he has got Zach Johnson right up on his inside again. Johnson on the bottom. Peterson holds on to the lead. 13.980 to a 13.955. Only 2 cars running at the 13-second range right now. And now Peterson slips up. He's going to drop back as Ryan Gerke in that 26G gets around him. Peterson right back up to the bottom side and beside Gerke again. Peterson going to get back second place. Yes, he will. 7 to go for the 6X of Zach Johnson. Zach Johnson out of Lowry, Minnesota is your leader. 6 remaining this time by, 6 to go. Johnson, Peterson, Gerke, Stearns, and Gilbertson. There's your top 5, followed by Ward, Blacklance, Thomas, Greer, and Gross. And man, if we got a race for first place, Johnson, Peterson, and Gerke, they are just hammering it down here. Back and forth, coming out of turn number 4. There'll be 4 to go. And now Ryan Gerke in that 26G is your new leader. Can he make it stick on the high side as Johnson dives down to the bottom? Gerke's going to hold on to the lead. Watch this race as they exit turn number 4 with 2 remaining. Ryan Gerke, your leader, with Zach Johnson right on the bottom side of him. They are side by side down the back straightaway. Gerke with a little bit of an advantage now. And caution on the racetrack again. Caution on the racetrack. Cone there in turns number 4. That is when it's time to mash the pedal again. And here we are back to green flag racing. Your leader, Ryan Gerke, in the 28G. Gerke down to the bottom side. Peterson goes way up high. And then there is Zach Johnson in that 6X. Gerke now way on the high side. Peterson down low. 2 to go. And they'll get the white flag this time by. Gerke, Peterson, and Johnson, your top 3. Down the back straightaway they go. 2 more corners for your leader, the 26G of Ryan Gerke. He comes out of turn number 4. Here comes Tyler Peterson, and who's going to get it? And it's going to be Ryan Gerke. Boy, I tell you what, was that close or what? Ryan Gerke in the 26G is your winner. Tyler Peterson right next to him in second in the 33. Zach Johnson in the 6X in third.
All right, so last night, this is day 2 now. It is now Friday morning. Last night, the car was really good the first half of the race, but I knew it was tight. And as the race went on, it got worse, which is a little bit backwards of normal thinking because it was slicking off after they farmed the track. I think what was going on was the first half of the race I could get in and really throttle it through and pitch it and still get away with it and dig out of the corners. As the race went on, I wasn't able to do that. I'd have to get it sideways to get it turned, and if it hooked a rut at all, it would wash the front end. It was too much right rear side bite, in my opinion. It would wash the front end, and then I was playing catch up on exit. It was because the traction wasn't there to drive the car off on exit. So I think what we need to do is take some of that right rear side bite out of the car. We need to get it unstuck a little bit from that corner. I don't want to go too far because it's good, but we need a little bit of something. We need a little bit. If we're going to stick in there for longer laps when it gets slick, we got to change something. We got to give up some of that early race speed to be better at the end. And we haven't really changed much from the races we've been really good at, so I'm not going to get carried away. I'm a big believer in, sometimes races just don't go your way. It's possible the driver just fell apart, got frustrated at the end because I didn't feel like I was that good. Maybe I was better than I felt like. But I've got a few small ideas. We're going to work on some tires here. Maybe talk to the chassis guy, see if he's got any ideas, and we will see. We're going to unload right now. The boys are back having some breakfast. I just get antsy. It's early. We have many, many hours before we race, but I get antsy. I feel better when everything is done, ready to go.